What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron back today with more Dark and Light on my Patreon server. And I just want to thank you all so very much for all your support on my prior Dark and Light episodes. If you like this one, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. So today, guys, I'm going to be getting into Wyvern Form for the Beast Master or Beast Magic. And also talking about how I got there and how you can make it yourself. It's fairly expensive, actually. And I'll kind of give you this, not the step-by-step or the play-by-play, but I'll at least give you some hints about where to find some of this stuff, because it's kind of a bear. So you see here, we're going to the spell folder. It takes raw meat, not a big deal. Hide, not a big deal. Mithril can be a big deal, depending on where you call home on the map. Magic essence, not a big deal. Air elemental core, very big deal. There's only a couple places and ways to get that, which is what I'll be talking about here. A lot, actually. So I've already got one made. I actually made two and kind of played around with one on my own time. You'll see here it actually takes an air elemental core to even repair it, which kind of sucks, but it's understandable because it's the main thing about it. You'll see how I level up my beast magic is I made a bunch of Deathstalker forms and polymorphs just to get up that high in the beast magic. Yeah, I'm actually going to carry a polymorph with me, because polymorph is a really nifty thing to have with you at pretty much all times. So what I will say is that Wyvern Form doesn't seem like it's a combat form, so you don't really want to get into a fight with it. It's more just like getting around the map, maybe killing some small things like some sheep and some bunny rabbits, but it's definitely not for battling the big things like you would think a wyvern or a dragon would be. But yeah, so the biggest items in making the Wyvern Form spell, one is mithril, which can be found right up here. Now if you hit your delete key, it gets rid of your UI and brings up, now at least on private servers, I'm not sure about official or solo play, but you'll see here it'll give you the coordinates, the XYZ coordinates. If you hit your delete key, gets rid of your UI and puts the coordinates at the top left. So we're very close to the Elven starting area. And up here is where I've actually found mithril very recently, like earlier today. It's right over in this area. Oh no! Okay, we're good. We're good. I found it like, so if you're sliding down a mountain, you don't take any damage, but if you fall straight down, it's ripperoonies. So try to slide down a mountain if you need to get down a mountain quickly. Don't jump off the mountain. But anywho, yeah, this is the mithril node. It's right up here, and I'm kind of hoping it's respawned by now. Come on, tree. Really gonna be that way? So I can show you guys what it looks like. So here's a regular iron node. There's iron nodes all over the place up here. It's a copper node. There's copper nodes all over the place up here. Aha. Here we go. Right here. Okay. Is that cat stuck there? Cat is stuck there. Alright, let's kill this kitty cat real quick. Because I don't want it jumping down onto my base and interfering with my fun times, or breaking anything, or destroying my entire base. Is what would probably happen. And it would probably kill my spider. There we go, we killed it. We killed the panther. We'll go harvest it here in a bit. Oh, there's a goblin too. Okay, I guess we gotta kill the goblin. That'll be a little jerk. Goblins are always little jerks. Alright, the goblin's dead. This is a mithril node. You'll see it looks kind of... It's about as big as a copper node, except it looks a lot more crystallized. You'll see how let's hit it with my iron pick. Mithril. Okay. Good times. I'll actually collect all the mithril. There's no point in leaving a half-harvested node. There's another goblin right there in the game. Just kind of froze a little bit. I'm not sure where the goblin went to. I'm gonna harvest all this fur. This fur is kind of a rarity out where I'm at. There's not a whole lot of sheep or bunny rabbits, so the fur is kind of a rarity. So it's nice getting mithril. You just kind of slide down this part of the mountain and you're golden. And this is my pet treant that I haven't tamed it, obviously, but it just hasn't moved ever. So it's just sat there. It's rotated some, but it's never done any more than that. We're going to go pop this mithril into one of our forages. And you'll see all of my things that can burn wood are burning wood, but they're not actually doing anything other than that. And the reason is, like, everything in this game takes charcoal. Everything. So if you're not always making charcoal, you're not doing it right. We'll put all this garbo in there. And notice I have these things too, fungal spores. I'll get to those in a bit as well. So we got the mithril. And now the other big thing is the air elemental core. I'll level it up here. Let's just spend these stats quick. Let's go to 400 health, because why not? And 340 weight, because why not? So there's a couple different places you can get the air elemental core from. You can kill an air elemental if you can find them. They're very rare. They're like little blue wispy things that kind of look like little gusts of wind, or rather large gusts of wind. I have not ever fought one. I've seen one, but haven't had the chance to fight one. I'm not sure exactly how powerful they are, but I imagine they're pretty powerful. The other way you can get it is, I've heard that when you get the message, the minions in the darkness are attacking your base, go protect it, blah de blah de blah. Some of the loot drops from there will have a bunch of all of the elemental cores, and it makes it really easy to just stockpile them. And that's how I actually made these first two. A server mate of mine, a friend, Lane, actually was online when that happened. He nabbed up 2 air elemental cores and he lent them to me so I can make the Ruin of Wyvern Form, which was nice of him, so thank you, Lane, for that. And then the third way, which is kind of an annoying way to get air elemental cores, is to grow them. So if you get, I think it's called thundergrass seed, you can plant them in large crop plots only, and they will turn into harvestable plants. Now, you'll notice I have 3 large crop plots here, and I have, I think, a total of 11 water tanks to collect the rain, to water them. These things are thirsty when they're growing. And you notice these 2 aren't growing anything. They were growing something, but these things chew through fertilizer also very, very quickly. When I was setting up for this episode, actually, I planted everything, I logged off. They all had like 600,000 fertilizer in them. And I logged off, I went to go stream, I came back, and the fertilizer was at 0 in all 3 crop plots. These 2 seedlings had died. This one, which was my air plant, thankfully, was still alive, just barely. So these large crop plots as well, they don't really hold much as far as the spacing. They only have 20 slots, and these are the medium fertilizers and the small fertilizers. I have some large fertilizers being crafted right now, but they take a long time. Like, it's still crafting the first one, and I queued this thing up, 20 minutes ago? So it takes a while, but you see there, The small one, you get 10,800 nitrogen out of a small one, you get 54,000 nitrogen out of a medium, and you get 270,000 out of a large. I will tell you right now, if you plan on growing anything in large crop plots, do not bother with putting anything in them besides the large fertilizers. And I don't know why they need to take 17 years to craft. Kinda seems dumb, and farming seems very, very grindy. Because look at the cost for this large fertilizer. This large fertilizer costs 500 grass, 100 charcoal, 50 rotten meat, and 50 magic shards. And then it takes like 20 minutes to craft one. I don't see the reasoning for that at all. I don't understand why farming needs to be so... It seems taxing, is what it does. It seems like it's punishing the player for wanting to grow crops. Or grow, like, mystical plants to get things that are extremely rare to find otherwise. Just to make, like, spells and stuff like that. So, and I don't understand why the game developer thought that this would be the right path to go. But, whatever. Also, another annoying thing about farming is, you've heard it this whole episode so far, it sounds like someone is peeing onto the ground. The water spouts are always pouring water, and it sounds like someone's peeing. So when I build my next base, the farming plots, the crop plots, are going to be out of sound range of the crafting area in the main building, because I hate hearing this noise constantly. Absolutely hate it. But there's not much you can do. I mean, you need the crops, so there you go. We're actually going to calculate how much fertilizer this cooks through the rest of this episode. So right now, I'm just going to type it into chat here. We've got 594,706. And I'm going to hit a timer on my cell phone. So we're going to go timer. Actually, stopwatch, so that makes more sense. And bam. So now the clock is ticking. And we can see there how much we started with. And then when I am done showing off Wyvern Form, we'll come back, see how much it has, and then calculate how much it goes through in that amount of time, and go for like amount of fertilizer per minute that it goes through. So you'll know exactly how long you have basically before you have to log back in. Because like I filled my crop plots to the brim with mediums and smalls. Went to go stream for like 4 hours, came back, gone. Like, that's ridiculous. But anyway, we have the Wyvern Form. Let's put it in our spell slot. It's really cool, actually. So go ahead and cast it here. Bam! Here we go. We are now a Wyvern. And you can do a couple different things on the Wyvern. There is a right-click ability where you can pick up other players. I don't think anybody else is on right now, so I can't show you that, but you just have to take my word for it. Right-click equals pick people up. It is very difficult to line it up correctly to pick people up. Like, if they don't want to be picked up, it's going to be pretty easy for them to evade it. You can shift, like hold left shift and sprint fly, which is nice. It does cook through your stamina quicker, but it is a quicker way to get around. And do not mind the load lag. It's a very early access game at this point, and load lag and frame drops upon that load lag are extremely common right now. Hopefully that goes away. Hopefully also that broken quest tracker goes away as well. Also very annoying, but it's early access, and early access is buggy, and that's, you know, it's the definition of early access basically. So I'll show you how much damage it does, which isn't a whole lot. Like I said, this isn't really a form meant for combat. You see it does 20 damage, and actually takes a fair bit of damage as well. But it's a great way to get around. Great way to get around. Now, your stats do get reduced. You see, my health is about the same. Actually, might have a little bit more health. My attack got reduced by quite a bit. My stamina is about the same. My weight got reduced by quite a bit. My hunger went up by 1. My thirst went up by 1. I think your stats kind of get randomized when you use a shape-shifting spell. That seems to do the cat form. It seems like I do random amounts of damage. Sometimes I'll use cat form and do 90 damage, and other times I'll use cat form and I'll do 40 damage per bite. It seems luck of the draw and very random, which adds a layer of difficulty into the game that I don't think needs to be there, but you know, it's there. It may or may not be something that they intended, but it is what it is for right now anyway. So it's like Wyvern Form, like I said, it's a great way to get around. It's a great way to scout. It is a great way to find out where some rare resources spawn in. Now, one of my other server mates, Vinny Prime, who is somebody that I stream with a lot, and we occasionally do collabs for YouTube still. He doesn't focus too much on the YouTube anymore, although he has come back and hit it pretty hard with Dark and Light. And you'll notice the frame rate is pretty awful right here. I'm not sure why. It's completely random. Like I said, early access is early access. This is what I am calling a dragon tower. There are very large dragons that kind of roam around the map, and they stop at these towers, and they have a very large basket underneath of them. And they're used, I don't know if they're, what was that? I don't know if they are like public transport. I think that's what they are. There was some sort of corpse that just like flew around. It was being all weird. But you can kind of build on them. This is as much as Vinny was able to build, and then it basically told him nope. And he just built off of the pillars from the ground. You can't actually put foundations down on the tower. Another corpse just floating around. Just a-floating. So yeah, I saw one of the big... Oh, jeez, now I have griffins chasing me. I saw one of the big dragons in my stream the other night. However, I wasn't quick enough to get up the tower before it flew away. And I waited at that tower for about 45 minutes, and it didn't come back. So I'm not sure how often they come back, or if it costs gold to ride them, or any other details about them other than they're some sort of transport, and it's a big dragon with a basket under it. That's all I know. That's all I know. But we got Wyvern Form. It's super cool. It's an excellent way to get around. Very expensive. And you can actually cast it multiple times. You'll see here, you can get about 5 or 6 casts out of one of the spells before they break. So that's good, at least. It's not like cat form where it's 3, and polymorph where it's 3, you know. And you're able to do some scouting, looking around for drops, looking around for enemies. You can... What I did use Wyvern Form for is I went around looking for Reapers. I would land, pop out of Wyvern Form, use cat form, kill the Reaper, pop back into Wyvern Form, fly away, and on to the next one. So, you'll see there, I popped out of Wyvern Form for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't hit E. You can hit E and you'll cancel any sort of shapeshift form that you're using, whether it be cat form or Wyvern Form. I'm not going to use another Wyvern Form to fly back down to my base. So we're just going to run it, which I think will be fine. Eat some apples here. Get our food and water back up. I'll actually pull out the sword and the shield. This shield has been very helpful. You put up the shield, and you can't put it up when you're running, unfortunately, or even walking. But you put it up, and it like blocks all damage to you. Now, whatever enemies are attacking you still damage your armor and the shield. However, the shield is extremely durable. But the armor takes a beating. So, yeah, it's something worth casting or worth making if you are, melee class especially. Now my character is melee and, cat form, because pumping your melee, I'm pretty sure, at least should, increase the damage of cat form. So let's go back and see exactly how much fertilizer this is used. So we went from 594,706 to 581,362 in a matter of 8 minutes 50 seconds. So let's do some calculating here. I want to see both those numbers. 594, whoops. If I knew how to calculator. 594,706. And I could probably do this in my head. I don't care enough to. I'm sure a lot of you will understand. Why math when you can calculator? So it went through 13,344 in that amount of time. So let's just round it up to 9 minutes. Divided by 9. Basically uses 530. Oh, hold on one second. I did that wrong. Divided by 9. Uses 1,482 fertilizer a minute. So basically 1,500 fertilizer a minute. So take that into effect if you have 600,000 fertilizer. Divided by 1,500. You get yourself 400 minutes. Divided by 60, 6 hours. So, voila, there you go. 1,500 fertilizer a minute. Oh, and I'm still typing in chat. There we go. Let's see if my large fertilizers are even done crafting yet. One of them is done crafting. The other one is not going to be done for another 11 minutes. That's so ridiculous how long this takes to make. So let's open. There we go. Put you in there. And now we've got 848,393. Oh, no, it went down. 840,195 fertilizer. Man, it's something else. I hope this works. I hope it works out. I hope I don't log in tomorrow and the plants are dead. I just randomly ranked up my survival to 8, and I just unlocked the hang glider. I'll probably play around with that next episode, but I've heard it's kind of garbage. Lane has already made one, and it's a one-time use, and it doesn't get you very far. So, Wyvern Form, much better than hang glider, I can already tell you right now. But we'll probably play around with it just to play around with it. But that is going to be the end of this episode, guys, so mainly focusing on Wyvern Form, how to get it, and complaining about farming because the farming in this game seems super grindy and punishing. But yeah, if you liked the episode, please leave a like. If you are new to the channel, you want to see more Dark and Light or other survival game content or any other content, just hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to say, do it in the comment section down below. Do not forget. Have a good day, everybody. And I will catch you all next time.